Sabu was like an underground legend in '94. You know, back when tape trading was just getting some momentum, he was sort of the hot guy, and certainly the hot guy on the Independents, and you would see in the Observer and the Torch and other newsletters like that, lots of buzz about this guy. And now you had an opportunity to work with him. Is that on anybody in WCW's radar? Does it even come up that, hey, there's this kid out here that's got this buzz and a guy in our locker room just wrestled?
I mean, because Kevin had been there, and he'd been there when the Sabu phenomenon was unleashed.
Right.
In ECW, and I remember Meltzer writing that like people were running away from him. You know, he showed up on a gurney and he didn't speak. He did these things that defied belief and logic, and you know, and he had Paul Heyman carefully orchestrating the presentation. So yeah, they wanted me to go over there. They wanted me to put him over. They wanted me to do what I could to strengthen that. And I know the match disappointed a lot of people. Paul Heyman later said to me, Mick, you got to understand, there were people who thought they were going to see somebody die.
Right.
So the bar was set pretty high, and I don't think we reached it that night. I do think we reached it like in Pahrump, Nevada. And there's also that spectacle of the bottle that wouldn't break in Hamburg, PA. So we had some great matches, and Sabu's another guy I'd like to see get his accolades.
Absolutely.
Real
innovator.
It's just a shame that when the only thing Sabu ever did was get older.
Right.
Right? And now a lot of the people who were on the bandwagon, you know, see him, he hasn't gone on to be part of people's childhoods the way that we had the opportunity to.
Yes.
So the wave of popularity goes from here, then there's a big downturn, and then one Halloween, you realize that people are dressing up like you for Halloween. You're no longer irrelevant. You're now part of people's childhoods.
Do you think that's just because he wasn't on national TV long enough? He was just
he didn't have a chance to endear himself.
There you go.
To people. So it would have been. I understand why he didn't speak. He was the nephew of the Sheik, and the Sheik, I don't think, spoke. If he did, it was rarely. It was never more than a few words. He was sticking to that character. But he never found that other gear to shift into, which is usually involves comedy. As wrestlers age, they find another way to connect.
And all that.
Yeah, so that Rick was connecting with audiences more efficiently 10 years past his physical prime. I mean, That's not a knock, just saying he was more in command of the audience in the matches 10 years after his physical prime. And, you know, DX, clearly humor was on display. As Shawn Michaels and Triple H got older, and he didn't have that other gear. And so now, unfortunately, as time goes by, you're seeing the same guy do things a little bit slower, and fans can be, they can be pretty merciless.
Yeah.
They can be very forgiving, and they can be great, but they can be pretty merciless when somebody's stumbling.